Imagine a celestial event so grand that it guided the wise men to the place where Jesus was born. But what exactly was the Star of Bethlehem? Was it a biblical miracle, a planetary conjunction, or something science still cannot fully explain? In this video, we'll dive deep into this millennia-old mystery. You'll discover the leading theories, from rare astronomical phenomena to fascinating spiritual interpretations. By the end, you'll be much closer to understanding what truly shone in the sky on that special night. Have you ever wondered what could have captured the attention of ancient scholars and kings? Or how such a small event in cosmic terms marked the history of humanity forever? Get ready to uncover one of the greatest mysteries of Christmas. So, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single detail of this incredible journey. Get ready to uncover one of the greatest Christmas mysteries, the biblical context of the Star of Bethlehem. The Star of Bethlehem is mentioned in the Gospel of Matthew as the sign that guided the wise men to the place where Jesus was born. These magi, likely scholars or astronomers of their time, interpreted its appearance as a celestial omen of great importance. According to the account, the star led them to Bethlehem, stopping precisely over the place where Jesus lay. What makes this passage so intriguing is the lack of detailed descriptions or similar mentions in other Gospels. This account has raised questions over the centuries. How could a celestial event capture the attention of Eastern scholars, yet go unnoticed by others? The narrative suggests an extraordinary phenomenon, visible and interpretable enough to generate multiple theories. Since its inclusion in the biblical text, the Star of Bethlehem has become a central symbol of the Christmas story, representing light, guidance, and hope. For the Jewish culture of the time, the idea of celestial signs was not uncommon. Many believed astronomical events could signal significant global changes, such as the birth of a great leader or a spiritual transformation. Thus, the star fits perfectly into the messianic expectations of the first century, helping to solidify the belief that Jesus was the promised Messiah. Another fascinating point is that the Magi, traveling from distant lands like Persia or Babylon, likely had ties to ancient astrological traditions. They were familiar with the movements of celestial bodies and could recognize when something unusual occurred. This raises the question, was the phenomenon they observed truly a literal star, or something that only appeared star-like? Over time, the Star of Bethlehem transcended the biblical account, becoming the subject of scientific investigation, theological debate, and even works of art. However, the original biblical context remains essential to understanding why this star is so significant and how it continues to spark curiosity and imagination around the world. The astronomical theories, planetary alignment. One of the most popular theories about the Star of Bethlehem is that it was a rare planetary alignment. This phenomenon occurs when two or more planets appear so close in the sky that they seem to form a single bright light. Astronomers suggest that a conjunction involving Jupiter and Saturn occurred around 7 BC, which coincides with the estimated time of Jesus' birth. The hypothesis gained traction due to its scientific and historical basis. Babylonian astronomical records mention frequent planetary alignments during that period. Additionally, Jupiter was traditionally associated with royalty, while Saturn symbolized the Jews. For ancient astronomers, the proximity of these two planets might have been interpreted as a herald of monumental events related to the King of the Jews, precisely as described in the Magi's account. Another possible explanation is the triple conjunction, an even rarer event where Jupiter and Saturn align 3 times within the same year, creating a persistent brightness in the sky. This event, also documented in ancient texts, would have drawn the attention of scholars from the East, who often used astrology to predict significant events. However, the planetary alignment theory doesn't answer all questions. For instance, such a phenomenon would have been visible to many, but the biblical account suggests the star was unique, perceived only by the Magi. Additionally, how could an alignment stop over the location where Jesus was born? These points leave the explanation open to interpretation and keep the mystery alive. Even so, the idea of a planetary alignment highlights the connection between science and the events described in the Bible. For many, it symbolizes how natural phenomena can carry profound meaning depending on how they are interpreted. This hypothesis remains one of the most discussed and fascinating among researchers and enthusiasts. Other possible celestial phenomena. Beyond planetary alignments, other astronomical hypotheses have been proposed to explain the Star of Bethlehem. One is the comet theory. Halley's Comet, for instance, passed near Earth in 12 BC, about a decade before Jesus' estimated birth. While the timing doesn't match perfectly, comets were often seen as celestial omens signaling major historical events or changes. Another theory considers a supernova, a star's explosion so bright that it can remain visible in the sky for weeks or even months. Such an extraordinary phenomenon would be hard to ignore and might explain the bright light described in the biblical account. However, no reliable historical or astronomical records confirm a visible supernova at the time, weakening this possibility. There's also the idea that the star could have been a nova, a star that suddenly increases in brightness, becoming visible in areas where it was previously unnoticed. Some ancient civilizations, such as the Chinese, recorded new star occurrences, and there are indications of such an event around 5 BC, aligning better with the suggested time of Jesus' birth. Despite these hypotheses, they all face a common challenge, explaining how the star guided the Magi to a specific location. Typical astronomical phenomena wouldn't move across the sky in this manner. This has led some researchers to consider that the account may be symbolic, emphasizing the spiritual significance of the star rather than a literal event. While none of these celestial phenomena have been confirmed as the Star of Bethlehem, they all highlight the beauty and complexity of the heavens. Each theory offers a piece of the puzzle, fueling both imagination and the quest to understand this Christmas mystery. The spiritual and symbolic aspect of the star. The Star of Bethlehem transcends scientific and historical interpretation, widely recognized as a spiritual symbol of guidance and hope. For Christians, it represents the divine manifestation that signaled the Savior's birth, a moment so significant that the heavens announced his arrival. This interpretation strengthens the connection between the universe and God's will, making the star much more than an astronomical phenomenon. In the biblical context, the star is a symbol of both physical and spiritual guidance. Just as it led the Magi to Jesus, it represents God's role in guiding the faithful through moments of uncertainty. This explains why it is often associated with the idea of light in the darkness, a theme that resonates strongly in Christmas celebrations to this day. The star can also be seen as a sign of divine confirmation. During a time of messianic expectation, its appearance would have been interpreted as validation of Jesus' birth as the promised Messiah. This perspective may also explain why Matthew's account emphasizes it, highlighting its unique role in the Savior's arrival narrative. Its symbolism isn't limited to Christianity. Across many cultures, celestial events have long been interpreted as divine messages or interventions. Thus, The Star of Bethlehem serves as a bridge between different spiritual traditions, emphasizing humanity's shared quest for meaning in the heavens since ancient times. In addition to guiding, the star reminds us that something extraordinary was happening. Its singularity in the narrative indicates that Jesus' birth was not merely a human event, but a cosmic milestone. This view reinforces the idea that Christmas is more than a religious date. It's a moment of connection between the divine and the human. Finally, even for those who approach it from a non-religious perspective, the Star of Bethlehem remains a symbol of hope, renewal, and purpose. It reminds us that in times of darkness or doubt, there is always something greater to guide and inspire us. This universal message continues to draw people of all beliefs to the Christmas story. The mystery today: science versus faith. The Star of Bethlehem remains one of history's most fascinating mysteries, challenging both scientists and theologians. While science seeks logical explanations rooted in natural phenomena, faith interprets it as a divine miracle. This duality between science and spirituality keeps the topic alive, sparking debates and reflections beyond Christmas traditions. Advances in astronomy have narrowed down possibilities, allowing scholars to identify celestial phenomena that could have occurred at the time. However, no scientific explanation fully aligns with all details of the biblical account, especially the idea that the star stopped over where Jesus was born. This raises the question: are we trying to explain something that belongs to the realm of the unexplainable? On the other hand, faith views the star as a sign from God, unrestricted by the laws of physics or astronomy. For Christians, it's more than an astronomical event. It's evidence of divine connection with humanity, symbolizing the beginning of a new era. This perspective doesn't rely on scientific proof, but on spiritual interpretation and belief in miracles. Still, science and faith can complement each other. Many see the search for scientific explanations as a way to appreciate the mystery of the star even more. After all, understanding the heavens also means exploring the magnificence of divine creation. This harmony between the two approaches reflects humanity's curiosity to unite reason and spirituality in understanding the world. Today, the Star of Bethlehem continues to inspire new studies, documentaries, and works of art. Scientists keep investigating planetary alignments, novas, and unexplored possibilities, while faith maintains its central role in Christmas celebrations. This coexistence between science and religion reminds us that some questions may never have definitive answers, and that's okay. Ultimately, the Star of Bethlehem represents something far greater than any scientific or theological explanation can encompass. It's a symbol of mystery, the search for meaning, and hope. Perhaps that's exactly what makes it so fascinating. No matter how you interpret it, it continues to illuminate hearts and minds, especially at Christmas time. And so, we've reached the end of this fascinating exploration of the Star of Bethlehem. What was it really? A miracle, an astronomical phenomenon, or both? No matter how you interpret it, its symbolism of guidance and hope continues to illuminate the Christmas story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss upcoming content. And since we're in the holiday spirit, why not check out the video, The History of Panettone and Other Christmas Foods? There, you'll discover the curious origins of these festive treats and how they became part of our celebrations. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.